It is that amazing time of the week, ladies and gentlemen, and that is Shadow of War Sundays. And for this Shadow of War Sunday, we're doing a beautiful, a lovely, a rejuvenating shopping spree. It's been a while and I'm a little bit empty on orcs, so I need to go and replenish my orc stores. I need to get some new, rare, lovely legendary orcs right this very second, so let's not waste any more moments and let's get in there. For this shopping spree, I've decided to switch things up and I'm going to an area that I don't really raid ever. Kirith Ungol. Kurf Ungol? I'm not really sure how you say it, I probably could have looked it up, but no, I'm going with whatever it is I just said. And because I never raid this place, I have an absolutely measly, pathetic assault rating. But because that assault rating is so low, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going up against very, very weak forts. And I think in those weak forts we'll find some absolute gems of orcs to add to the basket and check out with. We are hopefully not going to be swamped by the juggernaut, steroid-using orcs that we're used to seeing in my shopping sprees. But I'm just as curious as you, so let's jump straight into it. The first fort I come across in this unfamiliar shopping centre belongs to Z-Monkey. I head inside and have a browse, and we've got a black orc, a Forsaken, a red, very nice, an Obsessed, of course, classic, an Undaunted, don't see many of those, and an Assassin, okay. Already I've seen 2 orcs that I can use in my Civil War series. For this first raid, shopping spree, I'm going with a team of just baggas. It's beautiful to behold. Alright, Z-Monkey, let's see what kind of orcs you've got stocked in your shop. I scale the walls of the shopping centre and the first orc I behold is the Forsaken, level 69. I'm not completely sold on if I want to take him yet. Let's hear what he sounds like. Okay, he's crazy, not sure if I want him. I run over here and I get Bagga up. I decide that Bagga is too much of a liability, you know, he's the original, he's the undead Bagga. Let's get him out of here. He is very, very squishy to fire. He does not need to be here. And I've made up my mind. I do not want the Forsaken. Goodbye, lad. You are the first casualty of all of these forts I am about to plunder. I sprint to the second point and I spot an orc that's broken. I dive in to see who it is. Ooh, he's called Gund the Undaunted. I quite like him, he's actually pretty good as well, and he's called the Undaunted. Not a name I see very often. Let's get him into the basket. The next orc I come across on the shelf is this lovely Obsessed orc.
Oh, don't, lads, don't play hard to get. But you've been so shy. Let's fix that.
Just as creepy as ever, but I can't say no. A classic Obsessed orc? Let's get him into the basket. You never know, I might want to create an all-obsessed, creepy stalker fortress. I sprint across the bridge. Very weird for a shopping centre to have a bridge like that, but we roll with it. And I come across the first semi-challenge of the fort. We've got this red orc here, and he's dead. Bagga kills him. Another undead Bagga, he has killed him. One of the only orcs that I would have used in my Civil War series was just killed by Bagga. Bagga truly is a jealous, jealous orc. But not to worry, I spot another orc that I can use in my new series. A black assassin orc.
Command me, bright lord.
After that, the fort has been taken, I dash my way into the throne room to confront the Overlord.
Disgusting man filth! You insult the Dark Lord by stepping foot into my fort!
And to my absolute delight, he is called the Black. He will be perfect for the Civil War series. He's also a very low level, so I just pepper him with arrows until he's weak enough for me to dominate. It does not take long. And there we go, lads. Easy fort.
I am yours, master!
But what do you expect? My assault raising is insanely low in this area. It should rise sharply once I start conquering all of these forts. I mean, shopping in these shopping centers. The next shopping center I visit belongs to the Bed Snake. My assault rating has gone all the way up to 531. I keep the same team as last time, although I do get rid of that undead Baga who's a bit of a liability. I do my best impression of a flightless bird, smashing into this orc's head, tumbling. I get in close to the Olog and I utilize my machine armor to fire explosives in all directions. I just have to say, look at how cool the Architect Olog looks like when he's undead. It's very strange and very cool. I like it a lot. After having a lovely chat with him, I quickly take the point. It's at this point in the fort that I realize, are all of these orcs gonna be undead? And yes, so far they are. We've got the meat hoarder right here who's also undead. Very sad because I love his name. I would have loved to have grabbed a meat hoarder, and he's actually quite good as well. I stop to have a friendly chat with him, and then Baga the Frogblood cuts down the architect. He's dead! Again. I didn't really like my chat with the meat hoarder, so I put arrow after arrow into his head, and then he dies from a burn that I don't think I caused. Anyway, he dies nonetheless. Then I get on and I find a Stitch Olog who is also undead, funnily enough. He smacks his jaws at me, and then for that I take his hand and end his undead life. Does that make sense? Undead life? I then get to work utilizing my machine armor to take on the rest of these undead Ologs and orcs. It actually works pretty well because it does emit explosions, which, I don't know if you guys know this, but explosions do tend to cause a little bit of fire. It leads to me killing this undead manhunter orc, and then swiftly entering the throne room. I have to admit, as shopping sprees go, this fort was not the best, but a good overlord might make it worthwhile.
Grave Walker, the man who would conquer all Mordor. Surely the real battle will be fought before the walls of Barad-dûr. What is this fortress to you?
Oh, the Dead Sun Olog. That is one of the coolest names in the entire game for an orc. No doubt about it. But what do you guys think of the Dead Sun name? Let me know in the comments down below. And also guys, if you haven't subscribed to me, what are you doing? You might as well subscribe. If you like my voice at all, if you like Shadow of War at all, subscribe right now, or I'm gonna kill this Dead Sun Olog. I'll do it. I swear I'll do it. I'll kill him just as easily as I'm killing these red Ologs in the corner right this second. Subscribe now, guys. And also follow my Twitch if you want to take part in the first interactive Shadow of War series. Using my machine armor, I'm just causing explosions left, right, and center. Everyone's on fire. Everyone's exploding. Look at that. Poison blast into the ground. Explosions everywhere. The Dead Sun feels left out, so he gets in on the action. He pulls out a bloody massive flamethrower. Lights up the area. Not to be outdone, I come back with more explosives and I hit him with my own explosive attack. Look at that. He is almost good to go. Execution to the back. It's any moment now. Let's get rid of this red guy. He's watching me. I didn't invite him to the party. He pulls out the flamethrower again, but it's too late. He has been dominated. Let's get the Dead Sun into my garrison, into my shopping basket. I'm about ready to check out of this shop. Another successful shopping spree, another fort conquered, and my assault rating is bound to go up again. The next fort we're looking at is by Outboard Wings 30. And he has got some stronger orcs. It's definitely going to be more of a challenge than the fort we just did. At least this time, all of the orcs are not going to be undead, so we can actually take some of them. That would be fantastic. A shopping spree where you actually get the orcs. That would be great. I decided to start changing out my baggers for some of the orcs that I've taken in this shopping spree. So I add Dead Sun. I also add Goond the Undaunted. And we are good to go. I dive right into the fort and immediately come across this amputator orc.
Let me chop something off. A hand, a toe, some appendage.
I make his dreams come true by giving him the ultimate amputation. Sprinting on over to the second point, I decide to cause absolute chaos here because there is 3 orcs here and I haven't got any backup yet, so I'm going to cause as many explosions as I can. Let's get these guys nice and weak. Finally, Baga comes in, but the explosions are going off. The rest of the boys join and I'm just peppering these orcs, getting them nice and weak so I can recruit them and get them into my shopping basket. We've got a Regal here. You know, I can't say no to a Regal. You know, the Purple Orcs, the leader of the Purple Orcs in the Civil War series is a Regal, so yeah, get in my basket. The next orc I have my sights on is Ronk the Alchemist. Just like the Regal, I can't really say no to an Alchemist. I mean, a Bag of the Alchemist, I just can't do it, so I'm taking Ronk the Alchemist as well. I come across an Infernal, I shame his ass. I do not want you, Infernal. Get out of my life, get out of my basket. I then get what I think is the craziest combo I have ever gotten. I shoot the barrel, I then shoot the hornets, and that just gives me a crazy combo here. There's one. Here comes the second one. I've got another one ready to go. Here comes the third. Because the explosives keep coming out and going everywhere, I just keep getting more and more. Here's another one. My god, it never ends. And another one. I am lighting up the area. I am destroying this place, and it never seems to stop. This is amazing. This machine armor combo just causes unlimited chaos. If you love the chaos in the game, if you love doing this type of thing, make sure you use the machine armor. I am still going. Look at this. Look at all these explosions. It's never stopping. Explosions everywhere. I could keep going. I've killed 2 orcs already in potentially the coolest way possible. You know, Elven Light. It basically ends because we had that kill cam, but I could have kept going there. If there was still enemy orcs, I could have kept going. That was madness. Leaping off the inner gate, I see an orc broken, I dash on in there, and oh, it's a Flame of War. Again, I can't really say no to a Flame of War either. I wouldn't mind having a Revolution series where it's all Flame of Wars. I then come across this Grog Master here, and I'm actually a little bit surprised. I didn't end up going for him. I do quite like the Grog Master, but this time I was like, nah, mate, don't want you.
Mix it up. Mix it up.
So I shame his ass and he goes crazy. Speaking of shaming, here we go again. He's got a cool helmet, but no, I do not want you, Mr. Wicked. I finish off the fort by shaming this fearmonger down. You're basic, lad. Get shamed. Heading on into the final throne room, I am feeling good. I can just sense that there's going to be some beautiful, lovely, powerful orcs in here for me to take.
Dare stand before the lord of this fort, are swiftly put to death.
And, the War Master, I'm not that impressed by him. I don't really want this Overlord, I'll be honest, lads. But maybe he'll have a cool bodyguard that we can grab, getting the explosives out, clearing the room. Looks like he's got a Flame of War right there. That could be a good one to grab. Looks like a pretty cool Flame of War as well. More explosives. Let's see how he likes it. Weakening these guys down bit by bit. Let's have a word with him. Oh! He's not the Flame of War, he's a Grog Burner.
Trifle. And neither am I.
I actually think that's a lot goddamn cooler. Yep, definitely gonna try and take him. He is getting in my basket. I fire out my explosives again. And again. And eventually the Grog Burner is ready to join my side. And I do something different here. I decide to let him stay. He can help me kill his master. And, you know, actually, he dies pretty fast. It's actually all over already. He's getting shamed. Goodbye, War Master, you were not interesting. But, you know, we got the Grog Burner. He's pretty cool. And boom, I've taken the fort. Got some good orcs there. A little bit of a mini shopping spree. Love to see it. There, consider your fort conquered. 6 minutes, 40 seconds is all I needed. You can see that my assault rating has gone way up again, up to 656. We're going after Convert, his fort. Let's take a look here. We've got the Unkillable, Flame of War, Scorpion. Wow, okay, so now you can see we've gone up in the assault rating, we're getting better forts, and you can see that we're definitely hitting more our usual trend of forts. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add Grog Burner to my forces. Each time I do a shopping spree, we're going to add one of my favorite orcs to my army. And eventually, it's just going to be a team of my shopping spree kidnapped, I mean, legally purchased orcs.
You think you can take this fort? Your overconfidence is a adorable.
Having a quick word with the scorpion, but his breath absolutely reeks. So I'm smashing down here with the elven light, hitting them with the poison, hitting them with the explosions, taking the point, and then I spot a little orc here. He's called the Lost. That's not a name I have ever really seen before, and he's actually not too bad, so we're definitely taking him. Plus, he has the black paint on, so yes, absolutely, we're taking the Lost. I quickly take the second point, and I come across this very awesome looking Olog. Look at this, the champion. Look at this really cool golden armor. It's not like the usual Olog legend armor, it's different. It's the champion armor, but I never really seen Olog champion. Very, very cool. We then have my grog burner getting to work already, beheading the Iron Fist. That's alright, mate, you have fun. Didn't want him anyway. But then, tragedy strikes. The champion is cut down by Bag the Manhunter. No, he looks so cool. Oh well, there's an ice mountain right here. Definitely taking him. You can never say no to an ice mountain, lads. That's one thing my dad taught me. He said, son, sit down beside me here. If you ever come across an ice mountain Olog, you'll never say no, alright? And then over here, lads, look, we got ourselves a beautiful scorpion. You can also never say no to a scorpion. You just can't. They look cool.
Thank you, Master.
And because he's a scorpion, I decided to let him stay and have a little bit of fun here. He can fight the other scorpion right there. I'm going to take this point because things are getting a little bit crazy here. I then go full beast mode on the fire catapult here, destroying the Wraith Touched, just completely incinerated. And then past the Lost, he has a bit of fun, he kills the other scorpion, I take the point, and we're on to the inner gate. But not before I fight this orc called the Fearmonger. He was quite strong, let's check him out. Oh, he is strong, but he's called a Hoglick, but he's also a Fearmonger. It's okay, we'll take him. He may be called Hoglick, but he doesn't look like a Hoglick. I then find this beautiful Olog, and he looks like the Pickle, so I'm absolutely 100% taking him.
I am your master now.
He's like the Pickle, but he's called the Sickly. Aw, he's just a poor little sickly Olog. I'm definitely adopting him. I spot another grog burner orc. Well, this time it's an Olog, and I just completely go to town here obliterating him. I just hit him with 3 explosive arrows there, explosive in the back, 2 or 3 headshots, and he is going down. Goodbye, Mr. Grog Maker. I take the point because my orcs are starting to get downed here. I'm also happy about that, really. I then have a lovely chat with a cave-born orc.
Flee back to Gondor, Pinkskin. They have pretty little castles for pretty little
And
men.
oh, he called me pretty. Do you really think so, Mr. Caveborn? Do you really think I'm pretty? We then see Moog, Flame of War, and you know, to keep the trend going, I'm gonna take this orc. You can't say no to a Flame of War either, lads. There's this orc you just can't say no to.
I was hoping you'd get this far, Talk. When you get so close but so far, it adds a little something to your screams.
I then talk to Grisha, the Berserk Master, and he has such a cool set of armor and a very badass look. I am definitely taking him. Absolutely, he could be the best orc we grab from this fort. Like, look how cool he is. He is ready now to be dominated. He's going straight to my checkout. Just look how badass he is, and what a cool name as well.
Got your service, you're chosen. Only
Before entering the throne room, I shame down the Caveborn because no one gets to call me pretty apart from Celebrimbor. I also just go full savage on this orc here. He is such a common orc. I see him in all high-level forts. Guys, don't use this infested. He's basic. He may be strong, but he is the infested that's in every single fort online.
The Grave Walker. The man who would conquer all Mordor. Surely the real battle will be fought before the walls of Barad-dûr. What is this fortress to you?
So I'm a little bit confused because a lot of the orcs in this fort were very good, but the Overlord is only level 24. So, yeah. And he's got no bodyguards. Look, he's all alone. I'm just like, how many arrows is this guy's cranium gonna take before he just collapses and succumbs to the weight of the arrows? I didn't actually count, but yeah, he's dead. And yeah, that's the fort taken. Well, we got some great orcs there. We got the Berserk Master. He is definitely the orc that's going to be joining this awesome shopping spree squad. Let's take a look at my shopping spree bounty here. Look at these lovely orcs. Look at that. Oh, he looks like the pickle. He's beautiful. There he is, the main man himself. There's the Fearmonger. Looks like the classic Betrayed in my Shadow of War series. This is the guy, though. Like, look how badass he looks. Yep. Get in my army, mate. I was gonna call it a day, but then I saw this delicious fort. He's got those awesome purple ologs that you get from Golem the Digger. And look at that. The purple chosen. What a badass looking olog. And from the looks of it, it looks like a bit of an olog fortress. We're definitely raiding this, absolutely. This is a shop that I want to stop by. Look at that crazy, very clearly crazy painless. Definitely need him, you know, for the Baga series. Straight into this fort, I'm gonna hit the Hornet's Nest here. That's gonna give me a lovely hit counter. Let's get the explosions out of here because there's currently 4 enemy orcs here and my lads haven't arrived yet. Here they come now, but look at the chaos I cause with my machine armor. Just explosions everywhere. It does hit my own guys, but I quite like it. And there we go, we got the painless already. He is certifiedly crazy, but we're taking him anyway.
I can't feel it!
We're shaming down this head chopper. I don't want you tars. Get out of my basket, get out of my life. I snipe this orc from across the way. His name is the Blast, and I immediately am like, nope, don't want you, lad. You know, I usually don't go for these orcs that have those helmets. Not interested, sorry, Mr. Blast. I'm sure you're a really fun guy, but no, absolutely not. And then look at that, Bag of the Frog Blood just absolutely slices down the suspicious. Not the best orcs here. Yeah, not the best orcs in this fort, but we're not here for these ones. I killed the Unclean in probably the coolest way possible. Kind of sad, because I actually would have probably grabbed the Unclean, but we're not here for them. We're here for the purple ologs. I then shamed down another olog called the Blast. Is it the same one? Oh, I can't be bothered to go back and look. Things are getting a little bit crazy here. This guy was properly attacking me, but then look at that Grisha, the Berserk Master from the last fort. He saves my life. And then look, we've got another orc here who is broken. And yeah, no mercy here. He is gone. Goodbye, Mr. Raid Leader. We're not here for these ones. We're here for the lovely purple ologs that we're gonna get to in a second. We got the spike here, and I'm sorry, mate, you're getting shamed as well. I don't care how many spikes you have. On to the inner gate, and finally, we see these beautiful purple ologs. Look at them. I haven't created one of those ologs in a long time, but they look amazing, and I cannot wait to see the purple chosen.
You've taken a few steps towards victory, but many more remain. And the next one is the toughest yet. Getting through me.
I then get really surprised by what this orc looks like. Look at the helmet, but then also he's like infested. He's called the Executioner, but look at those warts and those horrible things on him. I think he's pretty badass. I mean, I've never seen that helmet with those horrible, like, infections, you know? He's kind of got those, yeah, he's got like the hornet nest in him, but he's got the helmet on, and he looks like he's sort of being controlled by the hornets, like a sort of Cordyceps Last of Us situation. I think he's really cool, and I'm definitely purchasing him. You can see me here struggling to shoot that, and yeah, really struggling here. There we go, finally. And the brute gets lit up. Again, probably would have taken him, but you know, killing orcs with collateral damage is just what I do. The grog burner. Good to see the new orcs that I've added to my army getting to work and killing some of these orcs. The final olog between me and the purple chosen is the grinder, and I shame him. Get out of here, lad. I'm getting straight into that throne room. Show me the purple chosen right this bloody second.
Disgusting man filth. You insult the Dark Lord by stepping foot into my fort.
If you think that's an insult, wait until he sees what I do to you.
Oh yeah, look at him. He looks badass. And look at the lighting in this throne room. He's got windows. He's got natural light and windows in here. He looks class. Look at him. I mean, purple chosen. Looks badass. And also, he's got a guy called the Rotten. Quite like the name of that bodyguard. I'm sure he looks pretty cool, like the pickle. I charge straight in with the explosives. They fly all over the place here. Let's do this quickly. I want this orc. I want this purple chosen. Absolutely. I would love to make an army of just other people's overlords. And you can see, like, I'm causing absolute chaos here with my poison mixed with my explosions. Create what I think is called balefire, and it's the hottest thing known to man, and it just melts them completely. And there we go. We got the Rotten. Definitely grabbing him. I mean, it's called the Rotten for God's sake, and he's actually really good as well. Definitely taking him to the checkout right now. He's on sale. I then finish off the fort by just completely unloading into the Chosen. A lot of these powerful Ologs aren't arrow-proof, and yeah, best way to get rid of them, if you've got a powerful bow and you just keep hitting them with your explosive attacks, you know, with your hit counter, and he's pretty much done. Look at that. I get hit by a little grunt there. I'm gonna let that grunt live, you know, he earned that hit. He can tell his friends about that. I've got bigger fish to fry. And there we go. The purple chosen. The shopping spree is complete. Beautiful. Completed. I would definitely recommend, guys, if you want to get cool orcs, definitely do this. And remember, if you're doing a friendly raid, you don't get any of the orcs, so you can't just look up someone's gamer tag, raid their fort, and steal their orcs. You can't do that. It has to be a ranked fort. You get a copy of their orcs. They don't lose their orcs. I'm sure you know this. And there we go. Look at that. Adding the beautiful purple chosen to my army. He looks class. What a badass. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to tune into my Civil War series, I'm streaming it every Sunday over at my Twitch. Cheers.